Yes,
Yes, sir.
Very good. Okay, so we'll start with what is the device drivers. So what is device drivers means? It's nothing but a piece of software. Device drivers are nothing but a piece of software. Okay, it's a software only. So when you see like you have a hardware. So this is a, for example, this is a hardware part, and so logically we are thinking that this is a operating system part. So your operating system runs on your hardware, right? In the hardware we have a two parts again. So one is kernel part, another one is shell part. This is kernel, and what is this? Shell. What is kernel? What is kernel? Kernel interacts with your hardware. This is your hardware. Okay, it is interacts with your hardware. So whenever the new process is generated, whenever new process is there, so automatically kernel understand and it is works with your hardware and process it and generate it. Okay, it generally kernel is nothing but not only just how it will interact with the hardware. So it should understand your hardware. It understand your hardware. How it will understand? By using coding only. It's a piece of software is there inside, so it will understand your hardware. Okay, so that is simply we can say that part we can able to say it's a driver. So what is a driver? It is nothing but it is a part of kernel, and that that is like a utility. That is like a utility to interact with your hardware. So not only a processor, RAM, and other things. A lot of other hardware parts are there. For example, audio drivers, video drivers, audio, video. Video means graphics, right? So so like a graphic related things like you want to play a music. So what you need to play a music, like music file is required, software is required, like a VLC player is required. But you want to hear the voice, then what we require, we need a speakers. But in between playing a music software, playing a music with using a software to hearing a voice, in between that one there is a hardware is there, that is called a audio chip. That is called audio chip. So you are looking at the screen. So how we can able to see the screen? Because of video memory, because of video thing, like so it will process how to put the things on a screen. Okay, so that is a video chip is there. Like you want to play a game, you need a the game, or you want to do something in a graphics, that what we required, we need a graphic card is required separate. Like you need a more powerful graphic things you need, then you need a graphic card. Otherwise at least basic video memory is required. Okay, so these are all things are nothing but like you are connected a Bluetooth device. How it will function? Based on a drivers only. Without a drivers it won't work. So these drivers are stores inside your PC. Most of the drivers comes with your operating system only. So when you are installing an operating system, when you install a OS, so what happen? The operating system detect your hardware and it install the required drivers also. It install required drivers also. If it is find the drivers, operating system package only. Okay, when you install a OS in OS package only, it means in that CD only. There is a certain drivers are there, common drivers. That common drivers we call it as a generic drivers. Okay, so it's called a generic, common one, like paracetamol, common one. It is not a special drug for a special disease kind of stuff. It's a common drug in a like thing. So you went to medical store and asked for I want a paracetamol. That's it's a generic drug. So anybody, not anybody, like it uses for general things like that. So you got a specific device, specific disease like that one. You have to use specific, specially made for this person or person disease. Then it is a actually medicine. It is. So earlier it is they will made a medicines by their own. Like every time they will make it now. We got generic medicines like that. So generic means it's compatible. The thing is compatible with most of the relevant thing like RAM related, processor related, or maybe audio or video or keyboard, mouse. Like we are connected a keyboard. I connected a keyboard and I connected different keyboards. So almost all keyboards we can able to connect to USB. Why? Because generic drivers. You have a special one which is not understood by your operating system. You have a keyboard which is not understood by your operating system. Okay, for example, you have a keyboard. You got new kind of keyboard. Okay, or maybe you build a new keyboard and you connect a keyboard and your operating system not understanding. Then compulsory you should add the required drivers to make operating system understand it. To make operating system understand the device, you have to add the drivers. I'm missing R's always. Here also I miss R. Here also I miss R. Okay, so that is the thing. Okay, if possible, what you will do? So go to Pune. I will show you one PPT. So this is the thing. Second one. So I share two PPTs for Windows 10, right? Go to the second one. You will understand two three things. So this is a post installation part. Already I told after installation of operating system what to do. You have to install the drivers. So what is the drivers? It is showing here. You can go through once. This one you will understand the settings. Okay. Yeah. Here it is architecture of Windows 10. Then Windows drivers also there here in these two PPTs. Okay. So you can get the information from here. You can note down from here also. See, this is Windows 10 architecture. Bottom line is a Windows kernel which interacts with your hardware. Windows drivers, sorry, the device drivers help your operating system to understand the device, and how to work with the device. Okay, so there is a device, and your operating system not understanding device means it's not working with it. So your operating system kernel having a kernel and as well as a device drivers also there. These device drivers nothing but both kernel and drivers both are a program only, piece of software only. Okay, it make understand your device how to work with the device. Like I have a audio chip and operating system don't know how to work with the audio chip. The device drivers will tell you how to interact with your hardware. So that code will tell operating system how to interact with your audio chip. Now I play a music, then um, if I play a music and I can able to hear the music. Why? Because of the audio chip process the music related thing, because processor not have much idea of audio coding. Okay, so the audio chip knows how to do that one. So then audio chip is understand and it will do it. Okay, so okay, so this is the thing that is a device drivers. Of course, I anyway I open this Windows 10 architecture. I will continue Windows 10 architecture. So above that one, so can you see the execute services? We open certain services, services.msc. We went to the services. That is the system services, application related services, user based services. Entire service list is there. These services will make a function of application in our PC. For example, I'm using a VMware workstation, Google Chrome browser, or maybe a WhatsApp, or maybe a Paintbrush, a PPT. So each and every application has some backend services required. These services will maintain the let the service run, not run, managing. If I close something, then stop the services. If I open something, start the services. And by default, OS required services like a graphic interface, like this is a Windows screen, graphical interface. This is one services. Network related services. Default, you don't need to do anything. When you start your PC, automatically network is connected, right? Automatically network is connecting. How? Because the network related services are there. Bluetooth is connecting. Bluetooth services. These are service parts. And above that one, you can see .NET framework R slash Win32. So what is Win32 is olden days we use Win32 environment by built by C++ languages. Later on days operating system built in a different ways. And .NET framework is also we are runtime environment. .NET framework runtime environment. So depends upon your application. Your application build based on Win32 environment, so it will work directly on Win32. Or sometimes application may be built based on a .NET framework. Okay. Sometimes application is built on a Java framework. Then what you will do? JRE Java runtime environment. We have to install it. But Windows won't come with a Java runtime environment by default. Maybe you have to install it Java runtime environment to run the Java application. Just you need a runtime environment. If your application is built based on a .NET framework, and you may need a Java .NET runtime framework. Okay, so you have to install that one. Okay, so Win32 is a common operating system run environment. So to run the application, mostly your desktop applications are run using this one. And in this side you can see Windows Store apps. Like already I showed Microsoft Windows Store. You are trying to download application from Windows Store and you want to run it, so it runs on a Windows RT APIs. There is a separate application programmable interface is there. What is API? Application program interface, I think. Okay, not thinking. Application program interface. So this that will create environment between your system, operating system to application. There is an interface how to log in, authentication, running environment is based on that part only. Okay, not directly like Windows. You download like you download a VLC player from vlc.org. You download it from there and you install it. So that is Win32 environment. You download VLC from Windows Store apps. It works with that API, TAPI. So that is the thing. And what is UWPS? You created a application and you can decide. So do you want to put that application in Windows Store, or you want to distribute the application directly on a Windows platform, like available in website kind of stuff? Okay, that is it. So this is a Windows 10 architecture. Again, we are going bottom. Okay, Windows kernel interacts with your hardware, and device drivers are help you to understand the device and how to work with the device to the operating system. And the services are interact with your operating services will manage your applications and system which manage entire system and applications running in your system also, just like network services, um, file system, disk management, graphical management, audio management. So these are all service related one. So certain application you are already installed, like the applications also contain certain services. Like you are getting IP address, DSCP client services. Okay, I like that. Bluetooth services, ping services. Okay, I like that. Network active services. Application like a VMware supporting services, Hyper-V supported services, Outlook services, or MS Office related services. Okay, application control services like application identity services. Okay, policy related services, security related services. Lot of services running inside a PC. Okay, so these services are control your system by running the services. So it run the PC actually. Okay, like you want to get a display, the display related service will run inside. It is running in your PC. Okay, next one is applications. Different type of applications are there based on the application build. So different environment supports are there in a Windows system. The one is like a .NET framework. If you build an application on .NET framework, it may require a runtime environment, .NET runtime environment. So that is a .NET framework. Another one is just you build an application but not with a .NET framework, like it is a Win32 environment. So that is a Win32 application. You build an application using a Java, you need a Java runtime environment. you are download an application and install application from Windows Store. It is has a separate interface, that is application program interface. Windows RT APIs is there, so it will support to run that Windows Store application. And another one is UWP apps. It means you can build your own application like an Android application, Android Studio. This is also providing a environment to build your own application. So it depends upon you how you build an application. Either it is support through Windows Store API part, or directly install on a PC using a .NET framework. It runs based on .NET framework, not Win32. So this is Windows 10 architecture. Next one is device drivers. What is a device drivers? It is again. So device drivers run in a kernel mode and can access all system records. Device drivers interacts between the operating system and hardware. So there is a gap, like operating system and kernel and hardware is there. We don't know how the hardware, how to work with the hardware. Like I play playing a game, and the game related data should be processed in a graphic card. Okay, so graphic card has more memory than a normal processor. Then what to do? So device drivers will help you that one. We are going to see that a printer thing, right? So when I connect a printer, I want to take the print, but my system, my operating system don't know how to make a print and the kind of stuff. Hardware don't know how to give the print from the my USB port, right? So when I install the drivers for the printer, and drivers will tell you how to convert your soft copy to hard copy and send the print job to printer, and how to make a print. Understand? So what driver's duty is? What is the driver's duty? So when I install a device drivers will tell us how to convert, whenever you given a print, and how to convert that print into the printable format and give it to the printer, and make a print process of a printer. Everything we can able to understand. So interaction between a device and operating system will be created there. And in generally, so a lot of people will tell, like, if you use XP, you don't need to install drivers. If you use Windows 7, you don't need to install the drivers. If you use Windows 10, you don't need to install the drivers, of course. But it depends upon hardware manufacturing and operating system manufacturing, things will be changed. If I take new hardware and I install Windows 7 in it, maybe certain drivers won't be fit. Sometimes it will happen. Even your hard disk, you connected a hard disk, maybe hard disk cannot be detected by a certain operating system, because that operating system don't know how to connect your hard disk. You, what is your hard disk company, the generic drivers of hard disk, you don't know. But why systems are working, like why can I, how can I install operating system in a PC directly without knowing what device drivers are there and all. How it is possible? Because there is a generic drivers in each and every operating system image, DVD, CD, or anything. It is having a default generic drivers are there. So by understanding with the generic drivers, it will can able to get the driver thing. Okay, and if it is not getting, like, your operating system package don't have your drivers, then you must install the drivers, then only it will work. If you want to see, like, any YouTube video having a how to install Windows XP, in a bottom line, starting line in a bottom, when you CD is running, bottom line you can see it detect the first system drivers. The first part, when you run the DVD, before you it is going to be installed itself. When you put the CD and run the CD, it will detect the hardware on the PC. So the each and every interface, ACH I or something, names are there, ACHI, SATA ports, PATA ports, IDE ports, hard disk, what type of hard disk it is, floppy disk it is, uh, processor, RAM, every information operating system verify and take the information, then only it go to the next phases. That's it will take small time, because of we are using Windows 7, 8, and 10. We can't able to see that kind of data when it is CD is running starting. But if you use XP or 2003, or any Linux based operating system, Starting you can able to see that one. Try once if possible world operating system installation, so we can observe that one. Next, drivers are in a package of driver information file .inf, dll files .sys .dll file, driver catalog with a signature .cat files also there. Okay, so this is the drivers. Drivers are usually stores in inside your PC only. Once drivers are installed, it is there in your PC only. I'll show you how to see the drivers. Okay, this part we will go to run. You can go to control panel and device management also. You can go it. We can go through the control panel also. Uh, Otherwise, dev mgmt.msc. Okay, I forget one more thing, that is event management. Okay, so dev mgmt.msc. So these are the devices it is showing here. These are the devices and these are the device drivers. Can you see? This is a network adapter and this is the network adapter driver. It is this information is there here. You can see, go to the process. I put a one core processor, so that's why it is showing only one CPU here. Okay, so sound related one, storage related one, system related some internally ACPI, CPU to PCI bridge. These are all it will detect and store the devices drivers inside of this one. This is how we can manage device drivers. This window is for managing a device manager. You can go to control panel device manager, or you can directly put dev mgmt.msc, dev mgmt.msc. Okay. I said I will show you how where is this thing, where actually drivers are located. C colon slash windows slash system 32. It is quite easy like this. System 32 slash drivers. Directly drivers are there. See, this is the drivers. So these are the drivers. Okay, these are the drivers. Okay. Now, for example, I want to show you how to manage the drivers. If you got a issue with the device and how to manage the drivers, I try to show with a network adapter only. Okay, it is quite easy to understand from network adapter. If something goes wrong, no problem. Okay, we'll see. For example, driver is already installed, working. It is working from through 3 days. Now it is not working. So you have to uninstall the drivers and install the drivers again. Very simple. Okay. So I will show you what will happen. Network adapter. This is the thing. Okay. Update driver software. So like you want to update the drivers. For example, you have issue with the current drivers. You want to update it to new drivers. Then you can update the drivers. Okay, a device is not functioning properly after update of operating system, device is not working properly, then you can update the drivers. General, you can disable drivers. You don't want this device, so then you can disable the device also. This is uninstall the drivers. You can uninstall the drivers. For example, I'm telling directly guys, so I'm not writing now because time's up. Okay, so listen carefully. Okay, for example, device is not working, not functioning properly, not working. So you thought it is a driver's issue, but you don't have a drivers. You don't have a downloaded drivers and all. Not at all a problem because drivers already there in a PC. But current running drivers, currently the backend service, not cooperation, non-cooperation drivers only. Okay, or maybe it is our drivers are automatically detected. You don't have any drivers yourself. So any case, so I will tell. So first uninstall the drivers. Uninstall the drivers. Once you are uninstall the drivers, restart your PC. Uninstall the drivers, restart your PC. What will happen? System is try to detect the device again. In a system, in operating system, what it will do, it will detect each and every device on the hardware, whatever it is connected. directly connected, or maybe onboard connected, or maybe through USB it is connected. So whatever it is, it's try to detect what device is connected. Understand? Operating system try to detect what devices are connected on the system. So it will take the device details and comparing with the drivers installed in the operating system. Understand? If operating system contains itself contains some drivers, so it will install the drivers automatically. You need to install the drivers. So you have to install the drivers, but that is second point. But first point is your operating system try to detect the devices and check in the internal folder is any suitable drivers are there. If it is found, then it will install the drivers automatically. So it is a one troubleshooting thing. If you got a problem with your drivers, okay, what you will do, uninstall the drivers and restart the PC automatically. It will get, it may get work. Okay, so that is a this point. Scan for hardware changes. For example, I change my hardware, I put a different hardware part, or maybe I connected different hardware, but my operating system is not detecting the new hardware. My operating system is not detecting new hardware. Then what is the problem? So maybe there is some other process blocking. It's unable to detect it. So I want to enforce it. I connected a new hardware. Go and check it. So that's what uh, giving that information. Scan for hardware changes. What is scan for hardware changes? So check your hardware whether it is any new hardware is there. I connected a new hardware. Check for hardware compulsory. You are forcing it to detect the new hardware. Any changed hardware or new hardware or new change hardware. Okay. So these are the options. Next one is properties. So these are the properties, and it is showing a device is working properly. It means mostly it is working good. Sometimes it will show a error. Some code number 10, code 20. Generally two errors are there. Code 10, code 20. In case, so you have in the case of code 10 or code 20, uninstall the drivers and try to locate actually what is your device and install the proper drivers. Okay, then restart the PC. So there are a lot of things are there. So go to details. You can see description, device instance path. So many things are there. Where is the drivers? Like that also information is there. But I'm going here. Driver, driver details. This is the path of. This is your driver. What is your driver name? Is this one. Location is C Windows System 32 drivers. We went there, but lot of .sys files are there. But this is a .sys file. This file is belongs to your network driver. This device driver. Okay, and if you see, it is showing Microsoft. Uh, Here this is important point. This is the one. Digital signature is there, right? So I'm using a Microsoft operating system. Okay, and I have a device. The device driver should signed by Microsoft. The device driver should be signed by Microsoft. Then only it is a genuine device driver. If in case you download a driver for a particular device like audio, networking, graphics, you downloaded it from internet, but the drivers are not signed by Microsoft. So that drivers we call it as a digitally not signed. Digitally not signed. So you must have a digitally signed drivers. Once you install the drivers, it shows digitally not signed. If we are installed digitally signed drivers, okay, that is a good for your operating system and it won't stop functioning. Means your drivers are correct. It means Microsoft tell okay, let it run. Otherwise, Microsoft enforce your drivers not to work. Okay, don't work. I'm not signed. I'm not authorized your drivers. So I don't want to run these drivers. An important point in a 62-bit, 32-bit. Okay. In 32-bit and 64-bit, everything is in word of mouth only. Not I am didn't writing anything. So I want to tell 32-bit, 62-bit, 32-bit, 64-bit. One more difference is there. Okay. So when you see the digital sign by Microsoft, um, for 64 it is compulsory. It's a compulsory. Ignore the spelling. So try to understand. Okay. So in 32-bit, it's a compulsory. May not. Maybe compulsory. So sometimes you can manage that one. But in 64-bit, digital signature is compulsory by Microsoft. That is remember that one. Okay. So this is update drivers. You can update the drivers. For example, can you see this is 12.12.5.0, 5.6. This is the driver version, current version, 2015 version. Now I can update these drivers for next level. I can update it. If new update is available, I can update. Just click on update drivers. So it will asking for a drivers update. You can select the first one or a select one, second one. You have already you downloaded a new drivers, new version drivers. You are already downloaded. Then select the second one. You didn't download it. It will automatically search. It will search automatically. Search online for a software. So using Microsoft account or device related thing, it try to locate any new version is there and it download the new hardware. Okay, nothing. Okay, it is best driver software install. This is the one like when you are so when your device is not functioning properly, try to update the drivers. Next, rollback drivers. This is very important. Read it. What is if the device fails after updating the driver, roll back to the previous installed drivers. What is the rollback drivers? For example, this is a 12.12.5 50.6. I add a new drivers. 13 point drivers or 14 point drivers are there. Okay, so new drivers are 14 version. What happened? I got a new drivers. I install a new drivers. The new drivers are not working. Got it? I download a new version. I install a new version. The new version is not working. Then what to do? Roll back to the previous one. Previous one is working and a new version is not working. In that cases, immediately roll back to the previous version. That is rollback option. Okay, so you have to go to device manager and go to the device, right click, properties, roll back the drivers. Very simple. You know, the device disable drivers and install the drivers also. Okay, others are settings and all. So we'll see that one later. So this is about your device drivers. Okay, so this is how we can open. Go to run and type device management, or you can use control panel. Go to device management manager. Okay, go to control panel, find out where is the device manager and open it and manage the devices as per right click on scan for hardware changes. Okay, so any new hardware is added but your system is not detecting, use scan for hardware changes, uninstall uninstall the driver. So then restart, uninstall the drivers and restart the machine. Automatically try to solve your driver issues. Okay. Another one, disable, and because of driver, because of that device, you are getting a problems. Because of the driver is existing, you are getting some problem. What to do? Disable it. No problem. Okay. Disable the drivers. And any other thing? Update drivers. So if your drivers are not working properly, update it. Update the drivers to solve the problem. Very good. Update the drivers. Rollback. What is rollback? If you are update the drivers, you add a new version, and the drivers are not working properly now. The new version drivers are not working. Old one is working, new one is not working. Then you can go to the rollback the drivers. So these are the driver management related one, and you want to see the drivers. One more, yeah. Location of the drivers is C colon slash Windows slash system 32 slash drivers. Here inside you will find a drivers in the different format. Of course, I can able to tell a lot of things about the drivers. Verify the digital signature. Verify the digital signature by Microsoft. Make it more genuine. In 32, it may okay. Maybe may not be sign is not enforcement, but in 64 it is compulsory. Okay. What is a PNP? PNP means plug and play. What is a plug and play? So when you add a device, automatically automatically OS detects oh, detect correct only. I thought it is I is there. Okay, OS detect the device. Okay, detect the device. Okay, if OS has drivers for it, if OS having a drivers, either actual drivers or maybe a generic drivers, anything, either it is actual or a generic drivers. If has a drivers for that device, okay, it automatically load the driver and start working with the driver. Start working with the device. Okay, the device start functioning. Okay, so we can start communicating. Start working means start communicating. Start communicating with the device. So understand if voice already having some already some drivers are there. If it is detect the new device and it will verify the device related drivers I have. So generic or actual drivers are there. So then automatically it will load the drivers and start working with the device. If not, what happen? Okay, if not, then what will happen? So it show an error. Okay, it notify. If not, then it notify the user. Notify the user install the drivers and verify it working or not. Okay. So it will the user should install the drivers and verify device is working or not. So this is the plug and play story. Okay, what is a plug and play? So when you add a new hardware, automatically required to understand is when you add a new hardware, when you connect a printer, for example, you are connected a printer, or maybe you connected a Bluetooth mouse or Bluetooth keyboard, or maybe webcam. So system should understand by its generic drivers. If it is not understanding or it not having those drivers, either generic drivers or actual drivers, so you have to install the drivers. So that is the thing, guys. This is about your driver story. Okay, these are digitally signature sign drivers. Driver sign does not modify a function. You can use a command to know whether it is signature or not. So this is the thing. If you are using 32, one if driver is not signed, but here requires signed drivers. Compulsory signed drivers should be there. Okay, in 32-bit it will show you warning only. You can disable it also. You can disable it also. So that is a digital signature. This is telling you about operating system services. Just read it. Okay. So this is about drivers, and next I'm going to tell event viewer. So small video